Hi. Yeah. So, this is going to be about the laziest piece of content I have ever made. This is totally unscripted, totally unprompted, no visuals whatsoever. This is a podcast, of course, but I have to talk about one of the most bonkers events in in modern internet history that I feel like everyone just kind of forgot about. Like, oh my god, I don't have any like grander message, and I'm struggling to think of how to put this out as content that's not just, hey, remember when this happened? But do you remember when Gilbert Arenas, former NBA All-Star and adult film star Mia Khalifa, manufactured a fake Twitter beef, and then it turned out that it was just a guerrilla marketing scheme to popularize their show that they were making together? Do you remember that? If you don't remember, you put your internet caps on, right? Try to put yourself in the mindset of the internet, of just how absurd these two celebrities were in October of 2017. I did research on this because I didn't want to come unprepared. October 9th, Gilbert Arenas and Mia Khalifa started subtweeting each other, calling each other out. Gilbert Arenas calling Mia Khalifa out for allegedly sliding into his DMs, as it were, and Mia Khalifa saying things like, "Don't meet your heroes." Is Gilbert Arenas relevant? He wasn't. But, God, yeah, so, yeah, the next day, October 10th, it's announced that they have a sports show together, Out of Bounds, appearing on Complex. You can see it on YouTube, 5 days a week. But see, if you're not initiated with these people, it gets even weirder, right? So Mia Khalifa doesn't have a background in sports. Like I said, she's an adult film star. Not that I would know anything about that. But Gilbert Arenas, like, he was huge. He was massive. When I was growing up, he was a huge player. He was on the cover of NBA Live 08. He popularized wearing the number 0. He was an underdog story, right? Throughout his career, he was huge. I mean, there's still a part of me that calls, any sort of step back fadeaway a Gilbert Arenas jumper, right? But then his career ended when he faced this massive suspension where he pulled a gun on Javaris Crittenton over a dispute that I believe was for $20. And then, if you dig deeper into that, this is a real rabbit hole. Javaris Crittenton is now in prison for murder. So, Gilbert Arenas' arc, after pulling a gun on a murderer in an NBA locker room, was 8 years later to start a show about sports with a porn star. I went digging. I did more digging. This show, it doesn't exist anymore. I thought it didn't make a single episode because everybody immediately saw through how this was obviously just a stupid marketing scheme. But the show lasted like 10 months. It went until June, I just looked it up. The show went until like June 25th, and it's on hiatus ever since. I'm not even sure Complex is even a network anymore. Mia Khalifa didn't make it out of 2017. Her last appearance, according to the months of tweets that I dug through that are almost 3 years old by now, her last appearance on Out of Bounds with Gilbert Arenas was December 29th, 2017. I'm so mad that I have so much knowledge about this, but this is the worst piece of content ever. But yeah, I don't have any grander message, right? It's just, take from this, the speed of the internet, right? This would have been huge in any other era, right? John Sally is, he was a good player. especially on the championship Piston teams, the late 80s, early 90s. I think he was on the championship teams. But basically he spun doing that one weird post-game interview of the Silly Sally show into a gig on the Best Damn Sports Show, a mid-2000s compilation show on Fox Sports. I have stupid knowledge of the 2000 sports era. I think that's probably the closest contemporary you can get. But the difference is that Gilbert Arenas' Gilbert Arenas and Mia Khalifa's show didn't make any impact. I mean, I've never heard of anybody watching it, and I mean, obviously it's not been on for 2 years now, but I don't know, just no greater message. This is it. It's a weird thing. It's one of those bizarre, fascinating things that you can just look into and be like, man, that was weird. What were they thinking? You know, and take whatever grander message you want from it. You know, whether it be the complex feelings and issues regarding women's voices in sports, whether it be Gilbert Arenas' complicated legacy, whether it be the speed at which modern internet moves, whatever you want. All I'm here to say is, do you remember that? I feel like I'm the only person that remembers this, and it's really bothering me. Just, God. Thanks. Yeah, love you, love yourself, love the world, love the earth. Bye. Thanks. Whatever.